And we return now to the ongoing situation in Syria. More than 300 people have apparently been killed, reportedly been killed in the last few days. And now reports coming out of a ceasefire. We go back to I-24 News correspondent Balir Sladin, who joins us from the Golan Heights right near the border for the latest. Balir, what are you seeing there on the ground?
Yes, let's take a quick look here at what's happening in the border. And this is the border crossing actually to Syria from the town of Majd al-Shams, the Druze town here in the Israeli territory. And as we see, hundreds of people are here throughout the day. We made our way to here, and there were many cars and trucks making their way to here. Lots of traffic, and apparently they were all heading to this point, as we see. And even until now, some people are able to cross the border, as we see a huge force of apparently this is the border police that is blocking actually this border crossing. From this point, hundreds of Druze Israelis has crossed since yesterday, and maybe even more than 1,000 are already in, and the IDF as well as the police force are trying to bring them back safely, because the situation is very dangerous, of course, and many people could be in danger, could be killed, and could be kidnapped, of course. And right on the border from the other side, right there, we can also see the town of Khadr as well, which is a Druze town right on the Syrian territory. And this is actually the first stop for those Druze Israelis, and many of their relatives are there. And you've asked me also before about the Druze from Syria that tried to get closer to the Israeli border. And to my understanding, yes, many of them were trying to help those Israelis to cross and help their brothers and sisters on the other side. But also many families were reunited here. Many people that haven't seen each other for years and maybe decades have met here in this point. According to locals here, they have told me that even dozens are still actually in Israeli territory. Druze with Syrian nationality are still in the Israeli territory, meeting with their relatives, many brothers and sisters, cousins, and people that are related that haven't met each other for decades. This is very emotional on one hand, but on the other hand, this is also very dangerous. And of course, this is against the law, and the IDF and the Israeli side is trying to deal with this issue, as well as the mission to bring back those Druze Israelis home is still ongoing.
All right, Balir, thank you for that update on what's happening at the border. But we're also hearing reports now that a ceasefire has been reached in Al-Suwaida. What do we know about this?
Yes, these reports are coming in the past hour or so, but let's remember that we've heard the same reports also yesterday, a ceasefire, but the parties did not actually respect this ceasefire, specifically the Bedouin Sunni armed groups that were storming the Suwaida towns. And this is, of course, why the people here don't trust these reports for now. But from what we understand now, the new Syrian regime is intervening once again, trying to make the things or restore stability, if we can call it this way, to the Suwaida province. I'm not sure if they will be successful or not, because after all, these armed groups, they are out of control. They are not actually listening to the new Syrian regime, and this has been actually the main issue. After all, the new Syrian regime is not able to control all the armed groups, and now we see that many Druze are crossing the border.
All right, and again, these are live images.
Here. with the Druze flag. These are live images right now holding the Druze flag as we see many young people, I would say. I see that many of them are actually sheikhs, religious people. That means that most of them are actually from the Golan, which is something that is understandable. Again, these are very dramatic images right now, live images, and this will make it more and more difficult for the Israeli army and the police to bring all those who cross the border back.
All right, Valir.